Is it still available? Is it still available? Is it still available? Is it still available? Holy crap, that is the triggered tab. That is the tab that brings out the assholes. That is the asshole tab. So I sell on Facebook Marketplace, and I kindly say, please do not ask if it is still available. I will remove the item when it is sold. And it amazes me people would still do it. And I said, all right, a few of them are being dicks, but I think some of the people might actually just want to have some interest. So what I do is I go ahead and I explain that you can, like people will say to me, well, that's the tab you have to hit. They're that stupid, right? So I go, okay, you know what? Let me help these idiots out and explain to them that they can delete what it says in the "Is it still available" tab and go ahead and put the question in. But no, it doesn't work. So I did something that was hilarious. I used a couple of keywords to fish out all the angry people and all the idiots. I had said, please do not ask if it's still available, as I will remove the item when it is sold. And I explained that you could go ahead and type your question in instead. So then I put, if you are triggered by any of this, please don't respond and don't vote, right? Because typically it's a liberal person, right? That's what I was trying to check. Like, was I going to get all the liberal assholes to respond? I'm sorry. I'm liberal, okay? I'm in the middle, I'm not right, I'm not left, I'm in the middle. People on the left side would call me conservative. People who are really conservative would say I'm, whatever. I'm more conservative, I think, But anyway, we know that shit. Let me keep talking. So I do this ad on Facebook for a drill press, like an 80-year-old drill press. I fished out of a basement the other day. Cool, speed sensitive, Adolf, whatever his name is, Miramat. Anyway, I get all of these responses. The typical thing is they hit the "Is it still available" tab because they have that time to waste. These are people who will drive by a car accident and try to give you advice when you're sitting there on the side of the road with the other person, like sticking their nose in business where it doesn't belong. These are the people who will beep as soon as the light turns green. So, wow, I gotta get a haircut again. Shit, at least I got hair. Thank God. Anyway, I get a barrage of people in all these different pages, and I'm not good with Facebook at all. And I post on my own page, I can honestly say 10 times a year. 10 times a year I will post on my page, right? I'll say like, hey, summer's here, the car's out. I'll take a picture of a car and I'm driving to the car show or something. Or, we painted the shop floors and this and that. And I tried everything on Facebook to let people know that I've been down this path. Let's cut out the bullshit. Are you serious? And I'm doing quite well. I'm selling a lot of shit because there are a lot of people like me who have no time to waste and want to buy shit. I mean, we all have time to waste. Let's face it, I'm wasting time right now. But actually, I'm driving to work, so I'm doubling up. I love Johnny Cash. I love Johnny Cash. All right, let's see if I can beat this guy to the corner over there. So anyway, I get these people, and they are just angry at me. They're starting fights with me. And at first, I said it's going to be all these divorcee women that are angry and pissed off. And I don't have any problem with divorced people. I mean, it's a part of life these days. It just happens. But typically, I first time around, I kind of looked into it a little bit, and I realized, I look at the algorithms and the analytics of all this crap, to try to figure out how to sell stuff without A, dealing with assholes, and B, turning people off. But you know what I found is anybody who's serious in his buying isn't getting turned off. They're buying. I'm not losing sales. Doesn't matter how big of an asshole I want to be. If they want it, they're going to buy it. So I figured that out. I figured out telling people not to hit the still available tab does not slow down sales. And typically that's what people tell me. When I complain about the is it still available tab, they'll say, oh, you're never going to sell anything here. Shit. I make a man's salary selling shit online. You know, I don't understand. And that's next to my business. Or a person's salary. Sorry, I said men, you know. So, anyway, I got these people attacking me, going off on me, like threatening. And I found out it's not only the the leftist type people, I also see Trump supporters doing it. So, asshole comes in both sides. That's, I guess, what I've come to the conclusion of, which I already knew. Can I cut this girl? Yeah, got the pole position. It comes in both sides. If you're an asshole, you're an asshole. That's it. There's no doubt about it. And there's been a lot of times when people start shit with me over the tab that I'd say, hey, could you go back and read it and tell me what I did so wrong? And people will come back and say, you're right, I'm sorry, I didn't think of it like that. So it's not what I say, it's how you interpret it. And that's the problem with the world. It's how it's interpreted. And people will see things, can't see things for what they are. They see things through their own eyes and they have their own opinion about things. And, you know, at the end of the day, I can't control how people feel. And the problem with half of the world is they judge things by how they feel. Not how they are, not how facts are, how they feel. And it's screwed. It's screwed because these people are functioning in the world. These flim-flamming idiots who feel it necessary to shop things they have no interest in just to piss somebody off and then go after them and attack them. They're idiots, and they're in the world functioning, and you have to deal with them every day. And that's what worries me. You know, that's the real concern. You know, people think I get angry over this shit. It's like, are you kidding me? Who gives a shit about this? I get angry when my guy scratches a car. I get angry when my guy gets into a $5,000 job and tells me he needs $2,000 more of work after the car's ripped apart. That's what pisses me off. So, anyway, I don't know. I gotta get to work. I got so much going on. And you know, I gotta think, if I'm such an asshole, how for 20 years am I in the same business, and how do I have more customers than I can deal with? I'm knocking on wood, thank God I have the business I do, but if I was such an asshole, I would never be able to fix expensive European cars in a neighborhood like this. I mean, it's just common sense. How does a man work on very expensive cars and very temperamental cars in an area that you have to actually leave where you live to get to come down this street to buy them? I mean, I don't mind the street. Works fine for me. I got no problem with my neighbors. But, so if I could keep that shit up, obviously I'm doing something right. So I'm not the asshole. You idiots who have nothing better to do. And I know there's going to be a bunch of shitheads who are going to sit there and say, is it still available? Oh, you're so original. So, you know, that's one thing. You want to be funny, you got to be original. And when you're going to sit in the comments and type, is it still available? You're just admitting to being a dumbass with no originality. And there's nothing worse than being not original. You know, you're a hack. You're actually stealing my punchline that I just gave you. Is it still available? Is it still available? I know I'm going to get those comments, and people are going to think they're being funny. But if you leave a comment that says, is it still available in this video, you're telling the whole entire world you are an asshole. You're a go-nowhere asshole. Doesn't matter if you're on the left or the right side of the fence. And, you know, one quick note about left and right. To show you how stupid the far left and far right are, to show you how stupid they are, okay? Neither of them realize that in order to succeed, you have to drag people from the other side to get the majority. See, there's the problem. They sit there and throw rocks at each other and they talk shit all day long. Well, while I'm in the middle and the rocks are flying over my head. I mean, I'm more on one side because these leftist people have lost their mind, most of them. But anyway, they're throwing rocks at each other and they're talking smack when there's a 50-50 split, a 50-50 divide, so to speak. And of course, the leftists have the other side because the internet's controlled by, you know, the weaker guy. You know what it is the people, the Facebook, the Google, the Instagram owning guys. They were the nerds, right? And they got picked on, I guess, or they feel they got picked on by the blue-collar world of tough guys or whatever it is. So they're taking their revenge out, and they now want to control the world, so they're just screwing the whole blue-collar world up. You know, with their bullshit. With their is it still available bullshit. But at the end of the day, when somebody finally realizes, whether it be conservatives or I don't know, I just don't even want to name tag people, but when someone realizes that you kind of have to bring it down a notch and talk to people the right way and be explanatory and stop thinking about your feelings, think about fact, and stop picking on people and calling them names and have a conversation. Until that happens, we're just going to be throwing rocks. And I think it's by design. I think the media does it on purpose. So they have something to do. Because, you know, could you imagine everybody got along? Everybody would realize that all these politicians are sitting there getting paid with our money. And what are they doing for us? Not doing shit. You know how many potholes I pass on the way here? I mean, holy crap. What do you people do who wear ties, who sit there and talk and yell? And you do shit. You just keep friction up. So the whole world doesn't realize that if we got along, we'd focus our attention on you and we'd get rid of all the politicians somehow. However, they have the Army behind them, and the Navy, and the Marines, and the Armed Forces, and the police. So we got to figure that one out. I don't know. It is what it is. I'm overly tired. I was here late last night restoring a vice. That's why my throat is hoarse. I guess my mask didn't work. All right. Enjoy your day. And no, it's not available if it's not listed. If it's listed, it's available.